Hi everyone, this is Neelam Kothari Soni, and as you know, I am an actress, jewelry designer, and interior designer. So, as you all know, that I started my jewelry brand, which is called Neelam Jewels, and I'm based out of Mumbai. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about good gold and bad gold, the golden truth. But before we start, let me give you a little bit more background as to where I come from and how I'm associated to jewelry. Because I've come from a family of jewelers for three generations. So as a child, I've always seen jewelry, I've always seen gemstones, I've always been part of the manufacturing process. So I think it's something that's been ingrained in my system. As a child, I always knew that I would become a jewelry designer one day. But before that happened, I became an actress. So when I was acting and busy with my shoots, whenever I had time off, I would go to the office, sit with my father, and I had hands on training by him. And yes, so I came out with my line of jewelry and very challenging in the beginning because no one took me seriously. So I started with a small gold and diamond collection, very affordable pieces. And yeah, then I started my own brand, which is today Neelam Jewels. So today I'm here to talk about the Golden Truth, a Times of India initiative in collaboration with Malabar Gold, which will help you with everything you need to know about buying gold the right way. So I'm not going to bore you anymore, and I have Ujjawal here, who's a financial expert, and he's going to be giving his insight tips on good gold and bad gold. Hi, Ujjwal.
Hi, Neelam. So it's wonderful to be able to talk with you on such an important topic. But before we start, let me just tell everyone about myself. So I'm based out of Indore, the cleanest city of India. I'm a company secretary by education, but a finance enthusiast by passion. I create personal finance content for 6 lakh people on Instagram. And I've been associated with numbers and investment from a very early age. Like I've seen my father watching stock market channels and me not realizing what is happening, but since I started investments from a very early age, so like these investments, personal finance, taxation, insurances, I've understood the nuances and obviously how money works. And today I'm so excited to talk to you about gold with you. And this talk is ultra special for me because gold as an investment and as fashion is a match made in heaven. So yeah, looking forward.
So I had a question here. Considering you have a financial background, when it comes to gold, I just want to know, would you invest in gold? And have you ever thought of investing yourself?
Yeah, so gold is considered as the safest kind of investments. So, if a family who has a surplus amount of money, it's either going into fixed deposits or gold only. And gold has served as a protector against a capital protector against the bad times. You can just visit a jeweler and get it encashed. And also, gold is kept as a mortgage against securities, right? So, and Indian families have started buy gold for two reasons. Number one reason is that they get to wear it, and the second reason is that they can keep it as an investment as well. So investment की investment भी हो जाती है साथ में, right? Now with the increase in financial literacy and education, people have started realizing that they need to keep gold as an investment in their portfolio as well. Why? I'll tell you. Because gold acts as a hedge against inflation. By what I mean is that equity and gold are negatively correlated. So when equity goes up, gold goes down, and when equity comes down, gold goes up. So gold has actually maintained its value over time. So it provides a bit of stability in one's portfolio. So I would recommend that anyone should have gold in their portfolio just for the reason that it would balance out any uncertainties in times like inflation or recession and would provide you balance in turbulent times.
Well, that's interesting that you're saying this because I'm a firm believer. I'm not being biased just because I'm a jeweler, but
Mhm.
I've always seen since I joined the jewelry business, I've always seen a trend that gold may fluctuate a little bit, and this is for the consumer to know this. Gold prices may fluctuate a little bit up and down, like how you just said, the stock market.
Yes.
But if you look at a span of say 5 years or 10 years, there's always an upswing, always.
Yes. Yes.
Because as a jeweler, we buy gold, we invest in gold all the time. So I just feel that gold is a great investment. And yeah, like you said, it's like stocks. I mean, you've just got to have faith and hang in there, and it'll always be on the upswing. But there's one thing that we need to discuss and educate consumers today is about good gold and bad gold. I mean, can you help us here?
So, when a person goes to buy gold, they obviously check the metal purity of the gold, which is actually very important. But in order for the gold to be very truly pure, the legal and moral purity are an important consideration as well. So, in Indian families, why gold is used is for religious purposes, pious reasons, or for gifting. So, there is this emotional connect which is also involved here.
It's auspicious, correct?
Exactly, and
Yeah.
also we buy gold to gift it to other people. So there's an emotional connect which is involved over here, and I think that gold should be free from all negative associations. So whenever someone is buying gold, they should check the hallmark unique identification number, which is attached to every hallmark jewelry. It's an alphanumeric code that certifies the symbol of gold's purity and gives you an assurance of the quality of investment. So, like, what is your experience with buying bad gold?
Well, to be honest with you, I've not bought bad gold. But because day in, day out, I'm manufacturing and stuff. So I have a lot of clients that come to me and say, Neelam, can you remodel this piece of jewelry? By all means, I do it. But unfortunately, what I've seen is over the years is that it's a malpractice, and it's unfortunate that these things happen. When I actually melt the gold, um, they tell us that it's 18 karat gold, but when I actually melt it and I test it, it's probably 14, probably 15. And I'm talking about 20 years back. So obviously, this is a malpractice that a lot of jewelers have done. And that's why now when a customer says that, can you use my gold? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do that, because that has been my one bad experience. And I feel that, the consumer has to be a little more educated, and they need to know when you're purchasing gold, where is it coming from? Is there a bill attached to it? I think it's just this misconception, and it's like a mindset that if I buy gold without a bill, I'm paying less for it. But people sort of just don't realize that when you buy gold from an ethical source, you're buying your peace of mind, actually, and lifelong, because jewelry is something which you pass down, through generations. And I just feel that if I buy gold for my daughter, I want her to rest in peace, that there's nothing wrong and I'm not going to be questioned. So I mean, as a consumer, because as you're getting into all the technicalities, how do you differentiate between good gold and bad gold, and also whether the person that you're buying it from, the retailer, has procured it from the correct source and the ethical source? How does one know?
So, like I mentioned to you about what is bad gold, it's smuggled or stolen gold, or gold that was mined due to forced labor like slavery. That would come under the ambit of bad gold. And obviously, when someone is buying gold without paying GST, that would be bad gold. And like you mentioned that about your daughter, when you're buying gold for her, what, and so this actually leaves you vulnerable to legal action. Like whatever, when you're paying for the gold, the amount of money that is going towards terrorism, smuggling, money laundering activities, human rights violation is just uncountable. Like that cannot be measured. So yet it's actually having a negative impact on the economy as well. And since you are in this business, the business of diamonds, and it is very important that we know to bill the customers, and you might be also giving the bill to your customers. But do you know that even then the authorities can come and confiscate the goods even if a possession of the bill, because if the source is not in line with the government prescribed practices. That is why I think it is important to not only have the bill but also be too sure of any ethical retailer who is selling responsibly sourced gold.
That's interesting. So I personally feel like all that you've told me is actually quite educational for me as well. But I feel that one is gold being ethical. I also feel bad because when a person has faith in a jeweler and you're buying your jewelry piece or your gold or whatever, I feel also the caratage makes a big difference. And I just feel so terrible when I sometimes test their gold and I say that, you know what, this is actually 14 carat, it's not even 18 carat. They're left disappointed. And I just feel really, really bad. And I just feel this HUID system that is, in play, I think it's great because, you've got a third party testing a piece of jewelry, and I feel the consumer is left feeling confident and reassured. And as a jeweler, there are no question marks in their head. I know that. I mean, I've been manufacturing for so many years, and because we do a lot of exports to a lot of the auction houses all over the world, my gold will be, if not 18, it'll be 19 carat, because I don't even want that 1% chance of a slip. But I had another question. How does a consumer know that the gold that they are buying is ethically sourced?
So if gold is sourced from bodies such as London Bullion Market Associations, Good Delivery Bar, or other similar credible bodies, you can be sure that it has been responsibly and ethically sourced. Leading jewelers such as Malabar Gold will be very happy to tell you where the gold comes from.
That's interesting. I think we've given a lot of information about the pitfalls of buying bad gold. And there are also a few things that I also got to learn today. So everyone, buying good quality gold is not as simple as walking into a store and just picking up whatever you like and walking straight out. I think there's a little bit of homework that goes into it. You've just got to be cautious, and you've got to be careful, and you've got to ask the right questions. You've got to be a little well-versed in, the talk that I've had with Ujjawal today. I'd like to thank Times of India for hosting this initiative and Malabar Gold for the commitment towards helping the Indian consumer understand the value of legally and morally pure gold that serves a deeper purpose beyond jewelry and contributes towards nation building.
Indeed, this was a very informative session. And yes, Malabar Gold has been a reliable gold supplier for nearly 3 decades. And I'm looking forward to hearing a lot more about their experts in their latest campaign, Say No to Bad Gold. Since I have you here, could I ask you for some jewelry trends to watch out for in 2023? The wedding season is almost here.
As long as you tell me your investment tips. Yeah, so it's a give and take, right?
Yeah.
So, the jewelry trends for the wedding season, I foresee. Today people have become a little cautious about spending, whether it's because of COVID or just the whole scenario. People have become a little cautious, and they want value for money. And earlier, I remember, I'm talking about like 20 years back or 15 years back, youngsters were okay with the big bridal necklaces, with the big color stones and everything. But I think now people want something that's more versatile, that they can wear not only just for their bridal functions, but also after that as well. So youngsters today are very conscious when they spend on jewelry. So they just want value for their buck now.
So when you talk about gold as an investment, it is obviously not as versatile as it looks in fashion and jewelry. But I mentioned before, gold has to be one in one's portfolio for the turbulent times and for maintaining stability, because it has historically proved its value over time. And If someone is looking to invest in gold without getting into the jewelry, they can go with sovereign gold bonds, which are issued by the Reserve Bank of India. So there is a lot of credibility over there. And to promote this, government is also offering a discount of 50 rupees per gram if one buys gold online. So apart from that, these sovereign gold bonds pay 2.5% interest per annum as well, apart from value appreciation. And if anybody is looking to buy gold in other way, there are gold bond ETFs and gold bonds as well. So I think gold, in further, if we look at the 2023 economy, it has a potential. It can touch 65,000 levels. This is I'm saying because what I think about it. And so if you're buying gold physically, you should remember this conversation, wonderful conversation that I had with Neelam, and always select good gold over bad gold. That's it from my side.
I mean, Ujjwal, I'm sure the viewers have been educated today. But honestly, I'm feeling educated because a lot of what you've told me today, I was actually unaware. So I hope that, the viewers and the consumers, this has been a little sort of, educational for them. Yeah, I hope that now everyone makes this conscious effort to realize what is good gold and bad gold. Thanks a lot, Ujjwal, for being part of this. And once again, thank you, Times of India and Manamar Gold for organizing this. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.